Ever wonder what is actually sitting on your driving record? And how that hidden data might literally be affecting your day-to-day life behind the scenes. You'd be amazed at how often employers, insurance companies, or even courts are pulling this exact info. Today, in this step-by-step explainer, we're going to unveil exactly how you can uncover your Pennsylvania driving history right from the comfort of your couch. We'll be looking directly at the Pennsylvania Department of Transportation's official guidelines to show you exactly how the whole thing works. So let's just dive right into it and demystify the exact process of getting your records from PennDOT. Look, government portals can definitely feel like a maze, I get it. But by the end of our time together, you're going to have a crystal clear roadmap to getting your data quickly and, most importantly, securely. Here's our game plan for today. We'll cover why you should check your record, getting ready to go online, the actual request process, some pro tips for a smooth download, mail and in-person alternatives, and finally, staying informed and protected. All right, kicking things off with why you should check your record. Let's establish right away why this document is so absolutely crucial to your everyday life. This is really all about understanding the power behind your driving history. Whether you're applying for a new job, trying to handle a frustrating traffic dispute, or you just want lower insurance premiums, it all starts right here. Employers and insurance agents use this specific data to assess your risk and your reliability. But here's the catch, right? You can't fix errors or explain past mistakes if you don't even know what's on the document. So this is really all about taking back control of your personal information. Moving on to getting ready to go online. We need to gather your digital keys. Because before you even think about opening a web browser, we've got to get prepped. You can't just casually Google this stuff. It's highly restricted and super confidential. You absolutely must have these 3 exact personal identifiers ready to go. Your 15-digit Pennsylvania driver's license number, your date of birth, and the last 4 digits of your social security number. Because driving records are completely exempt from standard open records requests to protect your privacy, without these 3 pieces of info, the portal simply won't let you pass the login screen. It's PennDOT's way of making sure that only you, or someone you've legally authorized, can access your personal data. Now here is where the system gets incredibly strict. If you forget your license number, you're kind of stuck. You cannot bypass the login screen, and there is no handy little forgot my number link. You'll actually need to pick up the phone and call driver and vehicle services directly at 1-717-412-5300 to retrieve it before you can even begin the online transaction. So definitely keep that number handy just in case. Okay, on to the online request process. Now that we've got our credentials in hand, let's see how this actually works step by step inside the portal. You're going to need to complete 5 sequential phases in a single browser session. That's a really vital detail. If you walk away to grab a coffee and your browser times out, you'll lose all your progress and have to start over from scratch to prevent data loss. Basically, you'll start at the official PA.gov portal, authenticate with those 3 details we just talked about, agree to a legal certification, process your payment, and finally, download that PDF. And honestly, this perfectly illustrates the seriousness of the portal. During step 3, you actually have to check a box agreeing to an unsworn falsification warning. Accessing a record falsely, like say trying to snoop on a neighbor or an ex, is a 3rd-degree misdemeanor. According to the Pennsylvania Crimes Code, that carries up to a $2,500 fine and potentially a year in prison. So yeah, it's a stark reminder that this is a secure government transaction, not just a casual internet search. For step 4, the payment, have your Visa, MasterCard, Discover, or American Express ready to go. A standard 3-year, 10-year, or full online driving record is going to cost you exactly $15. It's a flat fee, and the system will give you a nice itemized receipt right on your screen the second the payment clears. Next up, tips for a smooth download. Let's troubleshoot some technical hiccups in advance so you don't pay your $15 just to end up staring at a totally blank screen. So, the PennDOT portal actually features a print test record link. Always run this first. It basically ensures your device has Adobe Reader version 9 or higher, and that it's actually rendering documents correctly. This is especially crucial if you're using Google Chrome. Sometimes Chrome tries to open the file in its own built-in viewer or Google Docs, which can totally scramble the official PDF. Testing this beforehand guarantees your official record will display exactly as it should.
Depending on your device, the actual download process differs just a bit. On a desktop, it usually drops right into your Downloads folder automatically. But on mobile, you'll need to tap the share icon and manually select Save to Files. Oh, and a major warning from our sources here. Never, ever download these confidential records on public library or coffee shop computers. You really do not want your identity floating around on some public hard drive.
Now, here is a massive misconception we absolutely need to clear up. The really crucial point here is that while your standard online record shows your violations, accidents, and any departmental actions like suspensions, it actually does not display your numerical points. That's right. If you want to know your exact point balance under the Pennsylvania point system, you actually have to cross-reference your violations with a PennDOT fact sheet or call their customer care center directly. All right, let's talk about mail and in-person alternatives. Because, sometimes a standard digital printout just doesn't cut it. If you need a fully certified document, maybe for a court case or a really strict employer, you actually cannot get it online. Certified records must be requested via mail, and they come with a higher fee of $44. But this certified version comes physically mailed to you in a sealed envelope, printed on official PL letterhead, and bears the official certification of the department, so it's the real deal. To request this certified record, or really to request any record by mail, you have to fill out this specific document, Form DL-503. And the rules here are pretty strict. You've got to complete it in blue or black ink only, and mail it directly to the Bureau of Driver Licensing in Harrisburg. You can also take this form to an authorized online messenger service in person if you prefer, though just a heads up, they might charge an extra service fee on top of the state costs. If you are mailing this in, precision is totally key. You must provide a physical street address. Standalone P.O. boxes are simply not accepted for identity verification purposes. Furthermore, your payments must be made via check or money order made payable to PennDOT. You can never, ever send cash through the mail for this service. It will absolutely be rejected. Finally, staying informed and protected. Let's wrap up this explainer by looking at the big picture of your driving data. Staying informed about your driving history is just a simple, proactive way to protect yourself. Look, data entry errors happen. Sometimes a violation that should have dropped off years ago is still lingering, or even worse, someone else's citation gets mistakenly applied to your license number. By checking your record periodically, you make sure there are absolutely no surprises when you apply for your next big job or try to lock in a new auto insurance policy. It's all about taking control of your credibility. Now, it's really important to note that while we've provided a pretty comprehensive guide today based on the Commonwealth's operational guidelines, policies can and do update. Always rely on the official PA.gov portals for the absolute most current details. And hey, if you pull your record and see a suspension, a major error, or some legal issue you just don't understand, please consult professional legal counsel. This explainer is strictly for educational purposes, and complex personal driving matters sometimes require an expert attorney's eye. So, I'm going to leave you with this one question. When was the last time you actually looked at the hidden data deciding your codability? Don't let your own record be a total mystery to you. Go grab your license, take 15 minutes today, and uncover exactly what your history says about you, because knowledge is power, especially when it's your own. Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer, and drive safe out there.